welcome you in to the Small Ball Podcast alongside Christian Innes and Trevor Makeland. I'm Scott Ayers. And fellas, producer Andy is out. He's in Mexico.
Hola, Andy!
Buongiorno.
Wait, what?
Wait,
Why'd you say that was French?
keep you on your toes. But while you guys are on your toes, there's someone who decided to join us today.
Who's behind the camera?
It's our great intern, Matt. He's back in studio.
Hey guys. What's
Hey,
up?
Matt.
What have you been up to, Matt?
Just, being an intern, walking around, waiting to get my call back. So I heard Andy was gone. So I was just like, I was at the front door. I was waiting.
You were waiting. We said, hey, we'll pay you for this app.
Yeah, Matt, it's great to have you back. Dude, you make coffee way better than Andy does.
Yeah.
I saw Matt. Matt and I happened to go to the same church, and I saw him just worshiping the Lord, and I thought, we need that guy back in studio.
Nice.
I heard Andy wasn't going to be here.
Nice. Our prayers were answered.
They
You know
were.
what's funny is Matt walks in through the door, and me and Scott were like, whoa, you're here? And then he's like, yeah, Andy's in Mexico. And me and Scott were like, Andy's where?
Yeah, we
had no idea.
He's what?
Yeah.
You can't be in Mexico. Who's going to produce the show? But that's why intern Matt is here.
He's our hero.
He's a hero for a lot of reasons.
My hero.
He served our country.
Yeah.
And now he's serving the Small Ball Podcast.
Yep.
And spoken like Andy, nice, short, and sweet.
Short and sweet.
Gosh, I love that. Well, while we're on another tenure that's short and sweet, really good segue. We all are recovering.
Yeah.
Because we all deleted our Twitters. No longer on our phones.
Yeah, Scott, when we got in trouble at work, it made me really take a hard look at my life. And I didn't realize how addicted I was to basketball and the information that I was just getting on Twitter. So,
I mean, there was problems at your home.
yeah, even my wife was
I
like,
didn't know about this.
yeah, she was like, you know what? Now that you say it, you are on your phone a lot, getting updates. I'm like, babe, it's the trade
Basketball.
deadline. Like, it's basketball.
James
like,
Ham just posted a tweet about the Kings.
yeah,
Babe,
like
come on.
I need to know this stuff. I'm a content creator for basketball. I need to be in the know.
The Athletic just gave me a 3-minute article read time. I need this.
Zach Lowe just released a pod.
Yeah. It was too much. So I did what any noble man would do in a time where they were desperate. I checked myself in.
Did you check yourself in?
I checked myself
by
in.
logging yourself out.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Bang.
So I deleted my Twitter. I didn't just delete the app. I just straight up deleted my Twitter. So,
Wow.
I might have to create a new one in the summer. But I thought, you know what? If I'm gonna go in, I might as well go all in.
Proud of you.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. I still have it on my desktop. So I'll get home. Maybe I'll read a few tweets. But, we were saying before the show, there's something about just having it in your hand. That information just hitting you one quick tweet at a time. When it's on a computer, you've already kind of missed the breaking news. So you get on, you read the fun discourse if your team won a game, and then you get off.
That's right.
But I don't know what to do with all this free time on my hand.
You get what?
I find my way off of my computer.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't get...
You're so dumb.
What? It was just like I thought
You guys
that
do
was
that every stupid show.
It's
What? What do we do?
We're just banging out episodes.
See, last week I talked about dunking.
You weren't talking about dunking. You were talking about banging it out.
Hoopers know that when you talk about dunking, it's he banged out. So we don't even need to.
No,
we
but
don't need to go into this.
You know
we
what?
don't need to go into this. Let me share my testimony on Twitter.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
I've been off it
go
for
for
longer than you guys.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Not prideful. No pride.
That's a prideful. That's bashful.
Weird flex, but okay.
I've been off it for like a year now, and just welcome, guys. This side of things is so much clearer. You're not like Zion Williamson.
Yeah, it's
like,
coming in eyes.
Zion. It is. Twitter's a bad place.
It's
just
is.
a bad place. And
I'm always getting off on it.
I'm anti-Twitter.
You know what,
Yeah.
boys? I think we should say it. Let's say goodbye to our ex.
Ooh.
Get it?
Twitter's new name.
Yeah,
X.
Yeah, it's our X.
We're back.
I like that. Time to say goodbye.
I don't know this song.
That's the only
of
part.
course
The
you
rest is in French, which is why I started the show with that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
foreshadowing.
Yeah, ooh la la.
Oui, oui.
Well, as we said goodbye to Twitter, and obviously getting off on Twitter, we say hello to the new logo of the LA Clippers.
Love it. Redesign, refresh, rebrand. It's what the team needed.
Yeah.
You know, they're getting a new arena next year, which is going to be epic. So they might as well welcome that new arena with a completely new design to the Clipper logo and everything like that.
I love the new logo. I'll say this too, like it's a little, it feels like almost European football-esque. Like it kind of looks like European in a way. Another thing that is underrated about jerseys that I don't think gets noticed enough.
Talk to me.
Okay, so these jerseys have the U neck. Okay, so if you're looking, if you could see, I'm pointing at our wall with jerseys. Some of these have U necks. That on jerseys is underrated, bro. I'm telling you, if there's
like
a jersey,
how they designed the U-neck.
yeah, like some of them are pointed. Some of them are pointed. Some of them are U. The ones that are U are always, in my opinion, generational. Like those ones are always clean. I like those ones the best. I don't know if anyone else notices that, but I do.
So you're a big fan of Unix?
U-necks, baby. They're back.
Yeah, Unix.
You guys are so dumb.
Trevor really loves Unix. All right.
Trev's tier list of things he loves. 1, Unix.
2, banging out.
3, getting off on Twitter.
You guys are junior high boys.
That's who listens to our show.
Yes, facts.
True.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. I also love it. The one thing that they should have done, they should have moved to San Diego.
Yeah.
Get out of LA, man. That is the Lakers town. Do you know who would love you? Your design is about, like, I think ships leaving, like, San Diego and the ports or whatever.
Oh, yeah, it is. The harbor.
The harbors in San Diego. Move to San Diego.
You know what would have been cool?
Yeah.
So their new stadium's in Inglewood. What if they just like landed in a beach town? Like you're on Hermosa Beach, Redondo Beach, just a tiny, small little town that's like right on the coast, and it's like boom, giant stadium.
arena. Yeah. Hey, welcome to the big leagues, kids.
Voice crack.
Voice crack app.
What if they built an like you walk in off of a boardwalk into a like aquarium-esque. You're playing with the sharks.
That would actually be sick if they had that in their arena. Is they just had like a giant they just make it like nautical and like
like
water themed.
They make it themed. Why aren't arenas themed?
Arenas themed. How sick would it be? Like for the Nuggets, it is gold miners. So you go into a gold mine. There's a small risk of it caving in on you like actual gold miners.
I feel like that would be one of the lamest ones of all the examples you chose the Nuggets.
Okay, Kings, you're in a castle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
they need to do that.
They joust at halftime.
Yeah, because what they can do is, games are at night normally.
Yeah.
So what are you doing during the day? You got to get revenue in. So you do like school field trips.
Yeah.
Come see the castles and look at like what it was like to live in medieval times.
Like imagine pulling up to the San Antonio Spurs arena and there's like the security guards are on like stallions with like cowboy outfits on, and like you pull up to the Kings arena and the security guards are in knights in shining armor.
What about the Grizzlies?
Grizzlies? They're dressed as furries.
They don't actually get grizzly bears. You just get grown men as furries.
They identify as bears.
Yeah.
Matt, you had your mic up.
You guys are just describing like things that already exist.
No.
Yeah.
Like medieval times.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if they just took all medieval times and just like the kings bought them all. Right?
Yeah, but
so the one in Sacramento is like ultimate. Like during the day, go eat some turkey legs.
But Matt, what you're missing here, you're completely missing the point. None of these places have basketball teams.
Right.
None of them.
Like, imagine if they bought the Medieval Times chain, and so you go to Medieval Times, and it's like 7 p.m. It's like, we got to stop. We got a game on.
That's just the Kings. That's just the Kings. We're just talking the Kings
That's
with the
just the Kings,
medieval.
Right. But
Because-
like, then you have the Alamo, right?
But that's what.
Spurs.
True.
The Grizzlies, it's probably a zoo exhibit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be sick.
That'd be sick. You just have to find a way to separate the Bears from the players.
Houston could do something that's like NASA themed.
Yeah.
So because rocket ships. Orlando, it's just Disney World.
Or you just have magicians, the magic.
Oh yeah. I like that.
Give me your keys.
Here's your ticket.
Oh, what's this behind your ear?
Those are your keys.
Yes, it's courtside tickets. Wow.
That could be something.
I don't know.
I mean, the NBA is an entertainment business. So
they're
you
playing,
need to make it more entertaining.
And Adam Silver's not afraid to try things. We saw dudes playing on neon courts.
Yeah.
It's
So maybe he'll try this.
I don't see why not.
Just imagine if we were just a part of the team that's a part of the NBA.
Director, we're just the operations team in the NBA office.
All right, what are you guys thinking?
Let's hire 15 leprechauns for the Celtics arena.
Yeah.
Those are the bouncers.
That would be so fun. Like at a Celtics game, be like, hey, if you find the leprechaun, he has courtside tickets. And so
it's like gold.
It's like a game that
instead of just giving it to the wealthy, anyone can get these tickets.
And it's a fun game for fans to do. They show up, a couple hours earlier just to hope to find the leprechaun. Maybe they buy a couple more chicken tender baskets in their,
Yeah, it's like Willy Wonka's factory.
Yeah, because instead of spending 2 hours at a game, they're spending 6.
At the heat, they just have the heater on really high.
It's a sauna.
They're sweating people out.
I think the Heat have
court
actually
advantage.
had that issue where their arena's really hot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And humid.
And humid.
What did they say about weather in Florida?
Not a dry heat. It's a wet heat.
Dang.
Dry heat here, though. And on the Suns. Bang.
The Suns arena is just really bright.
Yeah, some of them we'd have to work around what they're dealing with, but we've got some.
I like this.
I like
Somewhere
this
to
a lot.
start. You got ideas? Send them in.
Yeah. So send in what teams should do for their arenas at Small Ball Podcast, but not on Twitter because we're not on Twitter.
Yeah, we won't be able to see those.
Send it to us on Instagram.
Yep.
Or YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Or at Matt's email address. Matt, what's your email?
Yeah, it's ericconant@yahoo.com.
Eric Conant at Yahoo.
That's weird. You use your roommate's name for
strange.
email.
All right, well,
They probably didn't hear that, so let's just continue.
no, they didn't hear that. For anyone wondering why there was a brief pause,
My wallet fell out of my pocket.
Christian's wallet is made of some rare metals.
It's made out of paper because it's such a thick stack because I'm so well off.
Should we talk Bachelor?
Yeah, I'll talk Bachelor briefly.
I think we should. I've had some requests from people. Talk Bachelor.
Yeah, we had people at work come up to us and say we need more Bachelor discussion.
I've heard of moms that drive my youth kids that listen to they're forced to listen to the show because their youth kids are like
They're gonna love
put
this
on the
episode.
pod. they go, if you're gonna I'm forced to listen to it, just talk a little bit Bachelor.
Okay.
So
We can talk about
Cool.
it.
this is for the moms.
Last episode, big win for just all the fans of Bachelor because Leia's gone.
Leia's gone, and Maria got a one-on-one rose.
Yeah, that was a spicy date. I thought it was all about her. It made her feel special, and you could just see that the chemistry between Joey and Maria is just
there.
like it's there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's there. Yeah, I think she's gonna make it to the fantasy suites.
I feel like Maria she's like the right amount of crazy. It's not like too much, but it's not too little. That's why I think like she's gonna go far.
And if she calling my shot, if she doesn't win with Joey, which I don't think she will, she's gonna be your next Bachelorette.
Whoa.
Ooh,
She would make an interesting season.
She'd be great.
Yeah, probably good for TV.
She's empathetic. She cares. Those men would nurture her.
Yeah. I can't. It's a weird thing to say. Let me give my piece. I haven't watched. I didn't watch last week.
Why did you want the segment?
but I did do some research on Reddit. And I saw something. Did Lexi go home last week, or was this 2 weeks ago?
Yes. Yeah, she went home.
People are saying she was being rude.
Said who was being rude?
Why was
Lexi. Don't know why I just saw that. But
Okay, so the reason why she went home is because she felt like Joey's timeline of wanting to have a family, get married, and all that stuff didn't align with hers. Because she mentioned, I don't remember what illness she has, but she essentially has a short window to potentially have kids.
got you. Interesting.
Yeah, that's super interesting.
Yeah, guys, I just gotta say, Daisy. I mean, we're just. It's gonna be Daisy. It's going to be Daisy.
It feels like when you're watching, Alabama in college football.
Yeah.
Or, the Patriots the Patriots of old or the Chiefs of new, or basketball related. Those Golden State teams with Kevin Durant. We're just watching the inevitable right now. I mean, we're watching because it's entertaining, but we all know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, if Daisy has the ball with 2 minutes left on the clock, she's going to score.
She's going to score every time.
And what sucks is I like Daisy, but because it's so obvious,
You're cheering against her.
I'm cheering against her, and I don't want to. I'm like, let's go, Kelsey T.
Kelsey T,
Or
please.
Kelsey A.
Yeah, but mainly Kelsey T.
Kelsey T.
Yeah.
Team Kelsey.
Or Jen. Bang.
Bang.
She was my preseason pick. I picked her to win
That's
it.
good.
I saw, though, a Bachelor page. High risk of going home. So if you're listening to this, you will know if she has gotten a rose or if she's gone home. I'm a little worried she's going to go home tonight.
You're nervous.
I'm nervous.
It's all right.
Or if you're listening right now, that means I'm nervous that she went home last night.
Yeah, exactly.
You like that?
Or she's still around, and your nervousness was just for no reason.
It was all for nothing. People will laugh.
I love our Bachelor talks.
Yeah, they're
They're
electric.
good. They are electric.
It's electric. People are just licking their chomps for more.
Next week, it's probably going to be our whole show.
Probably will.
Next week is the finale, or is it final? Do we know the schedule of this thing?
I don't think it's finale. I think next week's it would be like hometowns.
Yeah,
This show, then it'll be like the women tell all, which
and
like,
then
no
I
one
don't.
cares.
That is an easy skip. Yeah. I will say I can't wait for the show to end.
Okay, so truthfully, I've only watched one episode. Okay, that was the first
You're the
episode.
one that requests doing Bachelor talk every week.
But I get updates from my girlfriend.
From us?
No, from you guys, from my girlfriend, and
the old ball and chain.
so I get updates weekly. But I was talking to a guy who was at the first Bachelor night with me, who hasn't gone back since today.
Is he going?
So he goes, you know what week I'm probably going to go back for? Women Tell All. He's like, when Women Tell All happens, I'll be back. I remember I was like, oh, cool, dude. I thought that was like a lame week, but maybe that's the fun week to some people.
It's kind of like a recap of the entire season all in one episode. So maybe that's
why he's
I just would rather spend my 2 hours doing anything else than watching the Women's Tell All. Respectfully.
yeah.
Respectfully, would rather be doing anything else.
the thing is like they purposely put it before the finale because they know that if they did it after the finale, no one would care.
Okay, so after this week's episode,
It's like the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Dude, after this week's episode, there's 4 more
No,
episodes.
there's not.
Yes. Yeah, that's crazy.
Well,
I don't know if I can do it.
They got to do hometowns. And then
Fantasy
they got
suites.
to meet his family, and then Women Tell All, and then finale. So that makes sense.
Enough of the fantasy suite.
When do they fantasy suite?
I think that's. I don't know when that is. I think it's after his family.
Oh my gosh.
So in 2 weeks.
This is a disaster.
We got a month. We could do it.
We can do it.
I'll definitely watch the finale.
I'm watching again tonight.
Okay, we've been like 10 minutes on this.
Okay, yeah, let's move on.
I like that.
That was good.
That
That was electric. Would rather spend my 2 hours doing anything else electric. Respectfully electric. Zion Williamson. You're starting point guard for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I don't know if this was like the Pelicans' plan or if it's like because CJ McCollum just got hurt, Jose Alvarado suspended for fighting. But hey, it looks pretty good.
Yep.
It's pretty interesting. You you might as well put the ball in your best player's hands if you can. So
For sure.
It's definitely an interesting thing that they're doing.
Yeah, I think the Zion, I mean, his assist numbers, and this is something that they're doing because of circumstance. Like you said, like CJ's out, Jose Alvarado suspension. And so they started him at point guard. And this is something that if you watch Pelicans games, he'll rake and take. So he'll grab the rebound and he'll push. Or sometimes it just happens where he's the one bringing the ball up. And it's been pretty effective for them. This season, his assist numbers are higher than they've ever been. I think he's over 5 assists. In the last 5 games, thank you to StatMuse for this, he's averaging 8 assists per game.
Wow, that's
so
great.
He's facilitating the ball really well. And, I mean, the Zion thing is so weird because the defenders are standing basically in the paint when they guard him. They are not afraid to watch him shoot.
And they still can't guard him, though, when he drives to the paint.
That's the thing is, like, he has such quick twitch with his handles, and he could, like, just drive. I watched him just treat Bam like a traffic cone for a couple times. Bam eventually locked out towards the end of the game. But he gets past these bigger guys, and he's strong. So when they put the smaller guys on him, he drops a shoulder into them, and they go back 3 feet, and he's throwing up a hook shot.
I like this, too, because we've talked about on the show, they have had a string of issues by just having essentially like 8 small forwards, it feels like, on the team at all times. CJ McCollum is not a point guard. He's a shooting guard. I like this experiment. Who knows how it'll pan out, but I think it's better than what they actually have right now.
Dude, the Pelicans are such an interesting team. Like, the fact that they're so long and so lengthy and they like provide a lot of fits, that's one reason why they've been able to get away with having just CJ run the point. I agree with you that it seems like he's more naturally a 2 guard than anything. And maybe CJ comes back and they leave Zion at the point guard.
Yeah.
And like if CJ is getting catch and shoot opportunities open, like that's a great problem to have.
For sure.
Yeah, I think that with point Zion, I don't know if you start the game like that, but once Zion gets going, like they go to him back to back to back possessions until the defense does something. So once he gets into his rhythm in a game, you go point Zion, he's attacking, they start sending help, and then he's dishing to CJ, he's dishing to, Ingram, and they're hitting their open shots. Herb Jones, dude. Herb Jones has been crazy in the last 10 for the Pelicans. Not only defensively, we knew that coming into the season, that defensively he's a stud. Herb Jones has been awesome on the offensive end recently.
Yeah. I mean, the Pelicans are I feel like just an interesting experiment, and I'm kind of excited to see what they can do in the playoffs. Hopefully they don't end up in the play-in and they just get bounced.
Like last year, yeah.
But it's going to be really interesting to see if the Pelicans can kind of get it together and make some noise because they're a tough team.
Yeah. JJ put out an awesome video maybe a week ago just saying Pels need to run point Zion more. So if you want to watch more of that, check out, just search JJ Redick, Zion.
I'm excited. And we go from 1 point guard to a certified point guard in Tyrese Halliburton and the Indiana Pacers. Fellas, they're now just a game back of the Sixers in the East for that number 5 spot. Is that something that can actually be attainable for the Pacers with Joel Embiid out for the foreseeable future? And how high can this Pacers team climb?
The Pacers are in a really interesting spot, and they can really take advantage of the injuries that are going around the league. I mean, like you mentioned, Embiid's out for who knows how long. I would imagine he's probably coming back at earliest in April. And then, 2, the Knicks,
who are at 4, right above the Sixers.
Yeah,
yes,
just a game and a half.
Game and a half ahead of the Pacers.
Yeah, so it's like the Knicks, Randall's out. He has dislocated shoulder. Like they said that he would probably come back probably soon, like in the next week or 2. But that seems like an injury where he's going to be out a little bit longer. And then OG is hurt. And no one really knows what's going on with the OG injury and how long he's going to be out. And so the Knicks are kind of in a vulnerable spot right now where they were at the highest of highs, and now they can be the lowest of lows. And so the Pacers have a great opportunity to get that 4th seed going into playoffs and getting home court advantage, which is huge for a first round.
And what could be interesting is you could get home court advantage and either have the Knicks or you have Joel Embiid coming into town, which I don't know if anybody wants that. No. But if you're a Pacers fan, it's great because of the lack of success you've had in recent years to be a top 4 seed. How much momentum that gives you going into the next season is pretty monumental because it's like, oh, we can actually build off of what we have.
Yeah, I do think the Knicks have slipped. I mean, in their last 10, they're 4 of 6, which is funny because you see a team, they are ultra defensive, right? Mm-hmm. And then you see a team like Cleveland, and they lost their 2 cornerstone guys. And because they're a defensive team, they were okay.
Yeah.
But for some reason, maybe the Knicks are maybe that doesn't apply to them for whatever reason. Because I was expecting once Julius went down, I thought to myself, you know what? I think they're going to be okay because they're defensive. OG goes down. You know what? It's still the culture is defense. I think they're going to be okay. They've slipped recently.
The thing is with the Knicks is I feel like they just have a whole lot of new players. They don't have the chemistry that the Cavs had from last year. You know, you bring in OG. Now you have Alec Burke and Bojan Bogdanovic. Sure. Dante DiVincenzo's new to their team this year. So it's like, I feel like that's just the main difference between the Knicks injuries and the Cavs injuries. But it definitely is really interesting.
Yeah, so the Sixers, we all can agree, until Joel comes back, they're going to continue to fall. So the Pacers, I think, will definitely move up to 5.
Yep.
You have the Knicks above them who are falling. And then you have the Heat who are 1 game behind the Pacers, which means what? 2.5 behind the Knicks. The Heat have started to figure it out. Jimmy hasn't been, sitting every other game like he was to start the season. I could see them kind of making a late push to get that home court advantage in the playoffs.
Even Orlando, I don't think will get to the top 4. But even Orlando is just, 2.5 back of the Knicks. They're just a game and a half back of the Sixers. So to really quickly touch on Philly, they have to win some games with Joel being out because there is a chance they're in the play-in. Right. Now, you have to assume they're going to win at least 1 game in the play-in, but
if Joel's back.
If he's not back, there's a chance they fall as low as 7 or 8, which is crazy to think about.
Which is terrifying for a team like the Cavs and the Bucks who are sitting at 2 and 3. Like, imagine your first round playoff series is actually the Sixers now.
Yeah, that would
suck. That would suck.
And they were good before Joel went out.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Joel was MVP front runner.
For sure. Yeah, he was the number 1 guy by far.
Right. And even Nuggets fans were saying that.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I mean, there was a certain point where it's like, dude is scoring basically 50 points a game. You can't really argue it. But, he chose to play games he shouldn't have played in. He rushed to play in a game he shouldn't have played in. And now he's reaping the rewards.
Oh, you sound so happy. You're not happy. You're not happy.
Not happy.
But you're like,
that's what happens.
That's what happens.
And to be fair, his injury against Golden State was a freak accident. That wasn't because he was not ready to come back. I mean, he didn't look very good, but Jonathan Kuminga jumped on his leg. Like that was not on purpose.
Yeah. Well, let's move on. And let's move on to probably the thing that we've wanted since the start of the show. Something that we had when intern Matt was here. It's Matt Facts. And Matt, before you start giving us facts, gosh, I love your voice. But before you start giving us facts, Trev, Christian, one thing Matt did is he kind of sparked things in OKC.
Yeah.
Because without him, they were a pretty bad basketball team. Failed to make the playoffs. Now, a year after Matt Facts, they're tied for first in the West.
He has ushered in a new era.
Just amazing what happens when a person who wasn't a fan of the NBA becomes a fan of the NBA and chooses a small market.
That's what happens.
That's what happens.
That's what happens when I join this show because actually the choice was made for me. We spun a wheel. And
That's right. Yeah.
The OKC chose me.
That's so true.
I even attempted a visit to go say what's up to all my Thunder fans. Yeah. And made it about 2 hours away.
What happened? You were in Wichita.
Nope.
Oh,
He was in Tulsa.
I was in Tulsa.
Tulsa.
And I got sick right on the flight going there. So I just sat at my
right.
cousin's house just sniffling the entire time. So
But you gave us Matt facts like via video, right?
I did, yeah. I was in their guest bedroom while their kid was crying and gave some facts with Matt. So,
Gosh.
good times.
Committed.
Commitment.
Love
Thank you
OKC.
so much.
Well, let's get... Yeah, thank you so much.
Well, the great thing about OKC being in first is that they're tied for 40 wins right now, right? So all they need is just a 41st win and keep that streak going, right?
Yeah.
But with 40 wins, the 40th fact on this sheet that I do have saved as a bookmark is residents of the Big Friendly. In case you guys forgot, the Big Friendly is the nickname of OKC.
Thank you, Matt.
They get great tans because they get over 300 days of sunshine.
Sunshine?
Sunshine, yes.
Sunshine.
300?
300.
300 days of sunshine?
That's right.
That's epic.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. UV rays just, oh man.
Buzzing.
Yeah,
UV
UV
index. You know,
Right.
guys, what do you guys know about the UV index?
7 is high.
The higher the number, the tanner you get.
That's right. Did
That's
you know?
right.
Yep.
And the more burnt you get.
True.
Facts.
Yep. Can you say?
That's cool. I didn't know OKC got so much sun.
A lot. And you know which city gets the
Don't
most sun?
pretend to be interested by that.
No, it is interesting because like you think of a
Midwest?
state that's in the Midwest, you just
It's called the Thunder.
yeah. You
Thunder.
think of rainstorms. You think it's cold. You think of the crops.
Yeah.
Should be the Oklahoma City sunshine.
Right. Well, you get
Sunshine.
more sunshine in Oklahoma
sunshine.
City.
What?
Denver. They actually have the most sunny days in the United States.
What?
Yeah. Let me get that stat for you. Yep.
You knew that, right? You're from Denver.
Yeah, you're from
No, that's
Denver.
shock. That doesn't make sense. It's got to be
Oh
Phoenix.
my gosh. It is tied for first.
Okay, see
300 days.
Oh, wow. Hey, what is Phoenix? How is
Let's take a
Phoenix
look.
not above that?
I mean, today wasn't sunny.
Yeah, it's because it's a dry heat.
Oh my gosh.
Are we
You guys
tied?
would be
Are we tied
surprised.
for first?
We're tied for first.
Okay, I feel like any city you look up is going to be 300.
Yeah, what about
Okay,
Florida?
look up Austin, Texas.
Yeah, like-
Austin, Texas. Here
like
we go.
Orlando or Miami, like
Austin. Austin tied for first.
No, you're lying.
I promise you.
dude, we just
Wait, give him another one.
Miami. Let's see. 248.
Yeah.
okay.
Sorry,
Good luck,
Miami.
Miami.
yeah, Big Mark Bozo.
Idiots.
I'm so curious of how many cities are tied for
The
first.
Pacific
It did
Southwest.
say that Yuma is the most in Arizona with 320.
Oh,
What?
Yeah.
I love you. I love Yuma.
Yuma.
Yuma actually,
You my girl.
You my boy.
Yuma has great fast food options when you're on a road trip.
Really?
Yep.
Better than Courtside.
What's your guys' favorite fast food restaurant? I'll start. Mine's Taco Bell.
I really like Wendy's.
Wendy's, you like
I
Wendy's?
was gonna do that.
Wendy's.
Hey,
Yeah.
can you look up what Sagandi's is?
No. The internet just broke.
Have you guys heard of the new band Room 40? Room 40's
Yeah, what's the room for?
no, but on topic of bands, Imagine Dragons.
Oh,
New
I
song.
love Imagine Dragons.
Imagine Dragons.
Okay, seriously though, some stock advice. Have you ever heard of penny trading?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you haven't heard of penny trading?
This is so.
You know my favorite flower is tulips.
Wait,
I
what?
love planting tulips.
Trevor, why did you get up? He loves planting tulips.
They're great.
Not to get political or anything, but you guys hear what's going on in China?
What?
China put the
That's so
Oh,
dumb.
so what else do we have for sunshine?
Yeah, give us another fact, please.
Yeah, we need one fact.
That is crazy because they're tied for first. The first fact on this list is whaling is illegal in Oklahoma City.
Whaling?
Whaling, like
Crying.
hunting whales.
All right, facts.
Oh,
WHALING.
I thought it was like wailing, like
crying,
throwing
right?
your arms.
Wailing these.
Let's take a look. Nope. Yep. Dictionary is the practice or industry of hunting or killing of whales.
Wow.
Wow.
I didn't know there
nice.
was whales in Oklahoma.
You'd be surprised.
Are they a coastal city?
No, they're on the top of.
Deadlocked.
It's
Right next to the
basically
river.
like right above Texas.
There's no whales in the river.
I think there's a massive
How is it
river.
spelled? What?
WHALING. You have a computer.
You do. Maybe it's like a Free Willy thing.
Yeah.
Like they captured, a killer whale, and
A
then
freshwater whale.
yeah, and then
OPC.
the whale is like has to jump over this border to get
Right.
back to the ocean.
Man, that's good. This has been a rocket of a finish.
Yeah.
Anything else, Trevor? You're looking at something.
I was just doing some research on the word whaling.
Yeah, what is it?
I mean, since 1984, it has dropped in use substantially. It's a rare word these days.
Okay, what's the definition of whaling? Like I know there is
The
a word.
practice or industry of hunting and killing whales for their oil, meat, or whale bone. Yep.
What a random number one fact
What can I say?
to have about Oklahoma City.
Matt is crazy with his facts.
It is a random fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you also know that Oklahoma City was named the manliest city in the U.S. by Combo Snack Foods?
Back.
Com-
Things that are
Combo
back.
snack foods? Isn't that like the pub
Pudding?
mix stuff? Like
Yeah.
like you get at gas stations?
Yeah. They were also tied last year for first for obesity, so take that into consideration.
Oh, big friendly.
Big boys.
Mm-hmm.
Big hunks.
Big friendly men live in OKC want to meet you.
Friendly men near you. OKC. Well,
Yep.
that was a riveting show, fellas.
Yeah.
Matt, thank you for being on.
Anytime.
And thank you for not getting off of Twitter.
I love my ex.
For the great intern Matt, Christian Dennis, and Trevor Mickens, I'm Scott Harris. We say so long for now. We will see you next week.
Let's get off.